I was on a personal quest to find where I needed to be. Went up to Washington and then down the Oregon coast, and my grandparents asked me to house sit for them for 2 weeks. And I thought it was a grand idea, so I came and was helping them out with that. And during that 2 weeks, my van broke down, and been here for 22 years now. And I can help you right here. Actually, Summer and I were sitting on the couch talking about what we should call the video store. And all we could think of was how we'd sit on the couch and criticize the movies we were watching. I think part of the idea too was the old guys from the Muppet Show that sit up in the balcony and talk smack the whole time. So the name Couch Critics kind of rolled out, and pretty much we've been going with that ever since. But people constantly call it everything else besides what it actually is. Couch potatoes, couch critters, couch crickets, crotch critics. That was pretty brilliant, actually. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we'll be open just a little bit after noon. Uh-huh. But when I opened it up, there's always a story. Like, people told me I was crazy. Because there was 3 other video stores. There was the one that I worked at for a couple years, which was called Debut Video. We always called it Debut, because that's funnier. And then there was Video Village, and then there was the video department at Ray's. With Elijah's help, we figured out all the stuff that wasn't being represented in town. And we wanted to be different, where when you ask someone for a movie recommendation, the person actually knows what they're talking about. Instead of, I don't know, I just work here. It's completely unacceptable. But I do have extra boxes. These are becoming rare. They're both from Blockbuster, or Cockblocker, or Lackluster, as I used to call them. I outlasted you. So good. Actually, it became quite successful, and all the other video stores eventually closed down. But the nice thing is the dog didn't chew up the discs, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we were calling him Doc for a while, and then he was doing this thing, and he wasn't watching where he was going. He just slammed into one of the racks and knocked all the movies down. His name is Crashy von Pulski, also known as Crash or Dog. Sit. There's this movie with this guy, and he's on another planet, and then I have to try and guess and then run and find where the movie is. Fun part of my day. I try to memorize everyone's phone number, but that way lies madness, literally, I believe. All right, take care. And then I was able, remembering people's names, to remember things about them, and so I became more, I guess, personable or relatable. Like in The Prisoner. I'm not a number. I'm a free man.
Who are you? You are number 6. I am not a number. I am a free man.
Because you can Google things. That's fine, and it works really well, but there's all kinds of interesting things that come from, as you know, tangents. And you can't tangent with Google. They can offer some suggestions to other things, but it seems sterilized. Something that's missing from that you get from a human interaction. Proximity alert. That's one of the things that Killian really digs. He's all, hey James, will you make the Millennium Falcon make noises? Absolutely. I see kids come in who remind me of myself when I was little and discovering new superheroes or stuff like that. So I can kind of tune in with them, find out what they're interested in, and then use a memory of what I had collected or read or seen to kind of give them a variant of that experience.
It's a witch. Are those gloves tough to pick things up?
Yeah.
Here we go.
No.
That's one of my favorite parts too.
Yeah. Can you put that on for a second?
Can I put this on for a second? Is it on right?
Yeah.
Oops. But if you press this, then it changes your voice. Does my voice sound different now? No. Underestimate the power of the dark side.
Watching TBS as a kid, I saw the most amazing film that combined all the things that I really loved genre-wise, called Red Sun. And it was 3 samurai traveling across the United States by train with an ancient sword as a peace offering from Japan. And then they are attacked by bandits. The leader is Alain Delon, who's a super awesome French actor. And then also Charlie Bronson, who I love as well. It's like, that dude's so badass. So all of them are in one movie. So you have samurais and cowboys and French bandits. And then you have the first Bond girl, who made my heart flutter at the time. And they just were awesome. And Toshiro had these amazing sideburns. And it's just like, I'm gonna have sideburns like that one day. So, reminded me of like a combo of old Japanese and Scottish guy all at once. If you work here, you have to work on your handwriting. Instead of having an application for people to fill out, I had them give me a handwritten resume so that I could see their handwriting. And I had a friend who did handwriting analysis also, so he could give me a little peek into the person's psyche to some degree. I set it up like that because at the time when things were really rolling, late charges were a really big deal. And so there's a lot of people who would say, I didn't have that movie late. And there's that great series that Tim Rock did called Lie to Me. It's about a guy who's a human lie detector. There's all these like face twitches and things that people do when they lie. And I noticed that having that thing down, I just put it up there for fun and just for a little reminder. And I noticed that people who were lying to me would not be able to stop looking at it. Their eyes kept going down to the thing that said tell the truth, like their brain was short-circuiting that they were lying. So we started watching this, and Finn's like, oh, that's where you get it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's all, anytime you're working and messing around or something like that, you go, it's whenever Curly's like doing something where he has concentrated, he like sings this little song. Bad guys of World War II. They can't send out their radio signal because Curly screwed up the place. My system is so old that computer guy had to actually create a whole like sub program just to run it. So they had to create this like pocket dimension within the computer framework just to run that thing. Yeah. And I can help you right here.
James, tell me, what are you doing? You have a video shop, and where is it, and what's its name?
Yes, it's called Couch Critics Movies and Games. It goes all the way back into there.
It's a pretty big store.
Yeah, I think it's about 1,400 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah, back here we have the drama and the action and the superheroes. And then our wall over here was all TV.
And this is the founder of the store. He started up in 1975, and he worked in a photo store, and he sold 8 millimeter films, and he also rented them to friends, but without taking money for it. And then one day he charged his friends for renting them, and that's how he started the business. And this room is very interesting because this used to be a showroom in the 1970s for Super 8 films for adults.
Oh, adult films.
There was a hole in the wall, and legend has it that he had his projector here, and the people sat inside this very small room and watched,
Wow.
I guess, porn films. So
And that was the secret of his success.
yeah, I guess so. We wanted to do it a little different, so we we asked the professor for pornography just to make a curation of movies with the best porn films of the time, I guess.
And you have the red light in there as well.
Yeah, do you know that film?
Let's see. No, but that looks awesome.
Yeah, this is really great. It's from a director of Deep Throat. It's really a great film. Music is from the guy who made the movie a theme for Terminator. It's a Muppet movie, actually.
Muppet erotica.
Yeah, but it's not very erotic. You know, the guys who used to finance the store by renting porn films, they all died, you know? They were all 80 and beyond, and we had a lot of customers who came regularly, but they disappeared. So now we do it more like for people who do scientific research. And then we tell them the film funding that we have a scientific approach and that they can give us the money, and we won't do anything strange with it.
Let's see, since you last filmed, we were teetering, and now we've toppled. I just didn't want to go into debt any more than was absolutely necessary. And try as I might to change things around, it just isn't a good business model anymore or relevant. So
So that's really
Do you have a Depardieu movie that's about music? It's a foreign film. I went on IMDb and I couldn't find it. Paul said to ask you if you got this film. Maybe it takes
Depardieu?
place in nature. I don't know. Shit.
but it's Depardieu.
Jarred.
Yeah.
So everything's for sale.
Yeah.
And what is the price on it?
Around $5, unless it's something that's, you know, super out there.
A lot of people are getting rid of their physical copy of a film.
Yeah.
You know, they're trusting that the internet or the Amazon or wherever they get their movies digitally from and store their movies digitally, that they're going to be there forever and that they're going to be able to have access to all those things. And
They believe that.
yeah, not everyone's that wise.
I think that's what the idea of an archive is, that the things, they are there, you can have them in your hand, and they are also, people are connected to them. So
Yeah,
Hello.
He was totally.
There he is.
He totally.
All those records, the whole thing, $5. All those. Yeah. Take it whatever you want, Ryan. Yeah, the free red vines with purchase.
No, really?
Yeah.
I'll take them. Yay. You can come get any.
Back in the 80s.
But I did enjoy it a lot. And I think that I can find a way to use the skills I learned here to do something different. As a friend said, the definition of a positive transaction is when both parties benefit. So I've tried to take that to heart with everything.
That's choo-choo.
And that's her asshole brother, Bubba.
She is sweet. All right. Stand by.